Go ahead.
I apologize, I know it's late. I think essentially the role is oversight, and I just wanted to make a quick comment because I know you can't select all the personnel and determine the salaries and do those things, and you're already overcrowded with a lot of things that you have to do. But essentially your role is oversight. So they're asking you to waive, what is it, $500,000 in fees that is really an investment by the city in the project, not a decision whether or not it goes forward. On the previous item, Councilman Farley, you said there was no past problem.
Mr. Weston,
Yes.
please limit it to this particular item.
And I am. And so my question to you then would be, now this is the next project. And in this next project, you have now a history of 4 years and $500,000 of coursed fees out of senior residents, which HUD has said was in violation of statute. So I think you do now have that history to look back on. And my question would be what's changed in the management or otherwise. The question was brought up about a pecuniary interest. Now, I had talked with the Sugarloaf manager in Hillcrest. If you haven't been to Hillcrest, it's a beautiful assisted living facility in the old hospital here in town. It's like the Broadmoor. It's gorgeous. And they made comments to me about Mr. Bedder's income being above $200,000 out of the nonprofit. I don't know if that's true. You can correct that. We'll check. But I think that's a perception people have in town, that the nonprofit folks do get paid more than the private sector people who are trying to run competitive facilities. And Joan, on the oversight, you made a comment about CHAFA, and that the last 4 years that was okay because CHAFA, which does have the financial oversight, said the Mirasol was okay and what they were charging those residents. Your point's very accurate, but that gentleman sits on the board of CHAFA, and I contacted them about the conflict of interest, and they said that's no problem. So when Sam Betters is bringing you a letter from CHAFA saying what he's doing with Mirasol's okay, he's a board member responsible for that oversight. That's a conflict of interest in my mind.
My understanding is he's recused himself.
That's not what I was told when I was called. First I was told by
Mr. Weston,
Hickel that his term had expired, but his term doesn't expire until 2015.
Mr. Weston, if you
may I
can't
just
limit
finish?
No, you can't. If you're not going to limit it to item number 22, we have gone on with item number 21. You had your opportunity with item number 21.
Mayor, with all due respect, if you're going to censor my comment, that's fine. He mentioned CHAFA several times. Several council members mentioned CHAFA. It's relevant that he's on the board of directors.
Great.
Is
Point
it
made.
not?
Please go on.
Okay, so last and finally, because, you know, Cecil, you made the point over again that, well, the city did the investigation, the city didn't. I don't really believe that happened. I think it's fairly obvious that the city was a partisan. Staff mimicked what the Housing Authority wanted to be said in the previous one. I think the same is happening here, and I'm just going to ask you to try to put on that hat for oversight and look in more detail in these conflicts of interest, in the compensation, in the competition with the private sector here in town. You're not approving or not approving their project. You're investing in their project. And I'm just asking you to please play the role of oversight and not act like a clapping seal. Thank you.
And I'm going to ask you a question, Mr. Weston. You named two private entities. How many of those have Medicaid beds?
I just looked on the website. Hillcrest, I don't know about, well, I believe Sugar Valley is not a nursing care facility. It's only assisted living, but Hillcrest does have memory care and assisted living. And some skilled nursing that they hire to come in for the patients, and they do advertise on their website Medicaid beds.
And
So-
how many?
Sorry?
How many? Because I just heard Ms. Fox tell me that we had not had any Medicaid beds put into this city in 50 years. Skilled nursing.
Skilled nursing, yeah, they do advertise on their website. So let me just finish with this. For 4 years, you were being told what they were doing was perfectly acceptable, normal, and legal, and it wasn't. I'm asking you to calibrate the source, talk to other people in the industry, and understand all of what you're voting on tonight before you do. Thank you.
Any questions of staff? Okay. Comments? Okay, roll call.